Oh shit! Oh wait, I keep forgetting we're not supposed to swear in the first. After listening to Button and them talk about. Oh, Skinny, real quick, you muted yourself, so I can't unmute you. By the way, because I tried to.
So you telling me already done fucked up?
Oh, we already swore. Supposedly, with the algorithm, you're not supposed to swear within the first few minutes, but we don't have ad revenue yet, so I guess that doesn't really matter as much. Yeah. Oh, Toby, are you muted still? Because I didn't hear you.
You didn't hear me? Can't hear.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, I was just saying fuckity fuck fuckity.
All right, that's
Wendell would be spinning. Like Wendell would be very stern with all of us right now.
Probably.
Oh, that's true.
I tend to be it. What?
That's true. Wendell didn't love the swears.
Didn't love the swears and never swore. Like tried to say fibbity.
I mean, I try to keep it as PG as possible. I don't say the N-word, unlike someone above me over here.
Nigga,
who says it is
Listen. Here's what I'm saying. The way 2020 and the world's going, and I could be a giraffe tomorrow. By like 2022, someone's gonna walk up to me and be able to say it, and I can't say nothing. So I'm saying,
sure. I mean, honestly, it's lost its its effect in my eyes anyway. At this point, people are just throwing it around because they're angry. There's no real like societal factor for me at this juncture. Yeah. Other people might feel differently. I'm just saying for me, I don't care. Say it all you want, but all right, then what? Like then
I'll
what?
stab your ass. That's what.
I'm with Toby. Yeah, say it all you want, but consequences.
Yeah,
exactly. Say it all you want, and then when you find the shiv in your side, you'll wonder what happened.
prison rules out here. Prison
doing no shit.
Comedy. I'm joking. We don't have shiv. We got Afro pigs. We got.
I've been watching way too much Sons of Anarchy. That sounded exactly like the scenes in that show.
Shit. Oh.
I'm in season 6.
Are you watching? You're not watching for the first time? Are you?
First time. I started from season 1.
Shit. Oh, yeah. So much I want to ask, but I don't know where you.
I'm in season 6. It's at this point. It's like I already know things are it's getting serious.
I'll just say because I know what happens in season 5, but OP.
Yes, that was brutal. That was brutal. That was actually Glenn from Walking Dead. The exact same.
It was the exact same.
But the comic book Glenn, not the TV show Glenn. I didn't like the TV show Glenn.
What's messed up is the writer is the dude in prison who's like always in the whole show. He's always in prison, and just worser things keep happening to him in prison. By the end, he's like so mean.
Otto.
Yeah.
And
Otto got. Oh my god, that's the worst storyline and the best. It was like this weird up and down for like 4 seasons where he was sort of up, but he was doing some bad shit. But then it's almost like all the karma of all the bad shit he's ever done in a matter of 1 season just flipped him over. Like I felt bad for him, especially when that other Marshall Lee Torek came into the picture. The one who assists the nurse, he killed the nurse, and that was the nurse's brother.
Is that where he does that thing with the table?
Thing with the crucifix?
Nope, he doesn't know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say it anymore.
With the table.
This is why I said
well, Otto at this point is in where I'm at. He's no longer
because he has no clue where you are, and he's definitely gonna spoil it.
I really don't want to say anything.
Okay. I think I know exactly what he's talking about, and I'm pretty sure you haven't seen it yet. And he's still yeah. And I was just like,
it's bad.
Because I even
said,
who
are the characters in the scene that we're talking about?
No, nothing.
No, I can't.
I know. Just tell me.
Because then it will ruin the build-up in the moment.
I'm pretty sure I know what scene you're talking about. And if he gives enough detail, if you haven't seen it, when you start watching and you get to that scene, you'll be like,
my question was the answer of how much am I allowed to ask?
I see. And I would have known by you saying that sentence. I would have known.
Exactly.
Okay, all right, that's fine. That makes sense. Okay.
I gotta say,
it's almost the end of the show, so I'm like, how much more can it? It's getting crazier every episode. How did I miss this show?
I don't know.
That's crazy. I feel like we've talked about it because I've talked about it on the show.
It's like crazy
years ago when it was first on. Because I also talked about the fact that Mayans is the sequel that they produced, and I talked about his the something bastards. The
Lodi bastards.
No, he had another show that was the Executioner's Bastard, I think it was called.
Oh, okay.
And that show only had one season before it got canceled. It wasn't motorcycle based. It was set in medieval time or something.
You know what annoys me most about the show is every single time Jax talks, I hear his British accent.
Do you?
It's not the greatest. It's not hidden the greatest, to be honest.
Oh,
there's a lot of people who didn't know he was British at first.
British?
I didn't feel it.
Maybe my knowing that going in, probably I can like hear the tones that are off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where he's kind of, you can tell he's like speeding through the sentence almost, just so it stays in the range. But he does a great job, man. He does a great job. His growth.
The thing about that show, as much as it's gruesome and it's a great storytelling and everything, the one thing is, on a comedic level, that show really got a side of me that I didn't realize, like some dark comedy I didn't realize I'd ever find funny. And there was just so many moments I just started bursting out in laughter.
Every time they give Tig a speaking role.
Oh my God. You definitely seen this. Like, remember the guy who doesn't have his fingers anymore because he jerks off?
Yeah.
He saves the day with when he saves the day with
and he looks confused. So there's a character on the show who has a real thing, apparently a disorder, where whenever he gets uncomfortable or anything that pretty much take your eyes off of him, he's jerking off right in front of you.
Yeah. He has no shame. Like in stores and all this
he
stuff.
can't control it.
So there's one point in time where he does a big win for the club and Tig literally puts him on his lap and he's like, use it.
Yeah.
I fell off my chair.
That's funny. As the show progressed, like he was already a weird ass character. Hey, Devin, what's up?
What's up?
He was always a weird character, but as the show progressed, he kind of became a bit more like mentally challenged in some ways. I didn't even think that was possible, but at one point he's like starts speaking French out of nowhere. At one point he starts rhyming. Every time you ask him a question, his answer is a rhyme. Like he makes up. He just goes crazy like as the show goes on. But he ends up being one of my favorite characters, actually.
There's a lot of good characters on that.
Crazy. Real quick though, Crazy Kids. I wanted to ask you guys at the top. I didn't write it down, but it was something I was thinking about because I was talking with Wizzy on his show yesterday about what the best shows of the year were, or not what the best show of the year was, but what was the most influential show of the year. And I unfortunately, as much as I did not enjoy it, I had to say Tiger King, Love is Blind, like those unfortunate reality docu bullshits would probably be the biggest series of the year. But I would say I did follow it up by saying the most influential person of the year.
Person or show?
I think. No, person after. Because I said the first part was show when I was talking to them. But then I said, I think one of the people that was one of the most influential this year was Chappelle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for you guys.
I'm actually going to disagree on the best show.
Oh, I don't think it was the best show. I think it was one of the most influential shows. I think Chappelle was.
Yeah. I think The Mandalorian.
Compared to Tiger King, compared to Mandalorian?
We're talking about influence in pop culture. And while Tiger King did do that, it lost its steam very quickly. Whereas Mandalorian with Baby Yoda, that stuck around all year.
Yeah.
Did it stick? I mean, there were memes about Baby Yoda, but Tiger King.
It's hard to. It was like this weird phenomenon. It didn't last long.
Yeah, exactly. But it burned the brightest, is what I would say.
I give you that.
That was more my thing. I think Tiger King burned the brightest out of all the shows of the year, and I didn't even watch it, and I still think it burned the brightest only because of how everyone was constantly
talking about it.
Yeah. I never watched Tiger King. It's the same as with you with whatchamacallit, Stranger Things. Everyone hyped it up so much, and I knew it would never be as entertaining or as interesting as people made it sound.
Yeah, if you got in, like, you see, okay, I found it before people were like Tiger King. It was like the week after people started losing their minds and the memes popped, and I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Devin's comment, I think that the Trump show was the most influential. Tiger King did take the cake.
I didn't watch the Trump show.
Oh, he's trying to be like. Fuck them.
Well, actually, I didn't really watch the show this year either, so it still sticks.
You know what? I will say that the Trump show, because it did feel like a damn show most of the year, was probably the most painful one to watch, because watching that was like watching a really bad reality TV series where that's like half reality, half horror movie, where you see everyone doing the wrong things and you're like, don't go that way. Don't keep traveling. Don't keep going to Mexico while there's a pandemic. Don't keep going on trips. Don't keep don't have a motorcycle club meetup in South Dakota. They're doing all of it. The virus gets them in the end. It's like, okay, well, we tried. That's how it felt. That's how it felt.
That is exactly what it was. But
yeah.
Sorry, I'm still kind of, as you were talking, I'm still kind of stuck on like influential shows.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. You did say Tiger King, but then I started thinking about Netflix, and I'm like, what about most influential platform?
Start that discussion.
They dropped a lot of those kinds of shows, like The Circle, Love Is Blind, Tiger King. Like there was this perfect like spot where
was
these
Circle
shows
during COVID?
I think, it was. I'm pretty sure it was.
Was the other one with the girl keeping her dog blind too? The marriage
Love Is Blind.
Love Is Blind was right before, because you guys came and you guys were doing the show here with me, and I think the first episode we did, we talked about it, was one of the streaming episodes.
Okay, but The Circle was definitely 2020 at the beginning.
Yeah.
You
know, man, like when you realize how much stuff happened in 2020, and you're like, oh my god, that's the whole year felt like this blur, because things happened so fast. There was TV shows that I've spoken to my partner about that I was just like, remember when we watched this? And she's just like, wait, was that the beginning of the year? And I'm like, yeah, we watched it in
January. Like last year or something.
Black as Fuck was this year.
Yep. All that stuff is the beginning of the year. All that stuff is the beginning of this year.
Yeah. The beginning of the year was actually like the bright spot, even though like early on in the year, literally the day before my birthday or my birthday weekend, Kobe dies. So right around that time is when things started to just feel like they were just going on a downturn. It was crazy. January, bro. It started early.
Picard. People forgot about that shit.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I gotta say, man, I mean, we're going to talk about it in 2 seconds if we want. We can go to View the Right Thing pretty damn quick this week, because I know everyone wants to talk about The Mandalorian. So we can go straight into View. I do want to talk about it. I know Skinny has reservations.
It was ruined for me. Like I only watch Mandalorian on Sundays, and I made it almost. And then
I stayed off Facebook.
Like this motherfucker in the corner right here, Dave, and I was like, nope. and then it was like 12 a.m. It was 12 a.m. Sunday. I was scrolling through Twitter, and shouts to you, Chico Leo, and someone posted a meme, and I was just like, God damn it. And like, so I got the ending, but I watched it, and it was cool, but I'll wait.
Yeah.
You know what, Devin? And I bet you someone's recorded this whole year somehow. We've all been recorded this whole time. And they're going to put out an episode.
Did you guys see that Netflix is doing some kind of Black Mirror comedy thing?
Nope.
Comedy, no.
Yeah, Netflix is
do Black Mirror comedy.
Netflix is working with the people from Black Mirror to, well, I mean, Black Mirror is with Netflix, but they're dropping. Company. Yeah, there's like there's supposed to be some kind of, hold on, Samuel Jackson was in the trailer. But it was kind of crazy, because when I watched it, it had a whole bunch of recognizable actors in, I think they're supposed to be playing themselves, but then it also looked like they're playing roles, and I wasn't sure what was happening, but it looks interesting. They don't really reveal much. They just kind of have them all talking. But yeah, hold on, I'll try and find it, because they announced it like Death to 2020 trailer from Netflix's and Black Mirror series with Hugh Grant, Lisa Kudrow, Samuel Jackson, and I don't remember who the other person was. But yeah, they just came out with something. It's called Death to 2020. So
I'll pass over, bro.
Yeah. Did you ever watch Black Mirror?
No, bro.
Toby,
watched
you're muted, homie. You're muted. If you want to say, you muted yourself.
Yeah, I watched one episode with Bryce Dallas Howard, and I was like, "Oh,
okay.
creepy shit." And then that was the only episode I ever watched.
But that's not actually a good episode. Just to give you a heads up, the Bryce Dallas Howard episode where the nosedive, I know what episode to talk about. That's actually one of their least. That's one of the lowest.
That's the one with the app,
one.
right?
The Star Trek one's a good one.
Is the Bryce Dallas one the app one?
Yeah. Totally, yeah.
Okay.
That shit freaked me out.
That was all right.
No, I don't need to watch this. I'm all right.
That was all right. The last season wasn't my favorite either, with the Miley Cyrus Black Mirror episode and that. Favorite Black Mirror episode. Now that we're on the topic,
I could tell you guys that mine is White Bear. White Bear is season 2, episode 1, I think, where the girl wakes up, doesn't know what's going on, and relives the day. She's part of an attraction where they're punishing her for her past crimes.
Oh wow!
I don't want to give too much away, but she's being punished for her past crime. Actually, I gave away the whole thing.
Kind of.
Yeah, White Bear. That was good. And then the other one that I loved was the one with homeboy that was in Doctor Strange. Benedict Wong. Him and the girl from. Sorry. No. Benedict Wong and the girl from Empire. What's the Boardwalk Empire? The wife, where they're chasing where they have the bees. People are killing people with the bees. Those were the.
Those
were the two best episodes to me. Dave's right though. The Star Trek, that's a really solid episode.
I haven't seen any of them, but that one was really good.
Yeah, that's it. USS Callister.
Yeah, that one's really good. With the Matt Damon brother lookalike is what I call him, because he's not Matt Damon. He's not Matt Damon's brother, but he looks like he could be Matt Damon's brother.
That's funny.
Like the main actor in that one, like the creator. Yeah.
Jesse, what's his name? He played. He's the one that cooks the drugs in Breaking Bad. He's the nephew of the gang.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that guy.
I kind of like the one where the guy was able to go into and rewatch.
Oh, the first episode.
Is that the first episode?
The one where you have the lenses, well, not the lenses, but you can rewatch all your memories. And when they have sex, they're not even they're replaying their best sex, but they're just fucking sideways.
Yeah. It's season 1.
I like
season 1, episode 2 or 3. I'm pretty sure.
It was the first episode I saw. I could be wrong.
The one where the guy was jealous and trying to figure out if his wife is cheating on him.
Yeah.
That whole that was a really good episode. Really good episode.
The earlier seasons had some of the best episodes. Once the Americans took over, I didn't like it as much. The John Hamm
kind of tell the shift.
Yeah, huge shift. John Hamm's whole episode with the where he's talking you through all these different stories, and then you find out at the end what his involvement was, and you're like, oh, that's kind of messed up. I was like, I didn't really love that one. I didn't think it was that great, especially because that one ends in such a creepy, depressing way. You find out how, anyways, I don't want to talk about it too much. If people haven't seen Black Mirror, by all means, please jump in.
White Bear.
Yeah.
White Bear, the London town. And all the villagers they have hunters hunting her.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly.
Okay. Oh yeah, that one was crazy.
That is my favorite episode because we always say it, there's no original stories. But when I watched that episode, I did not predict that ending. And and I kept saying to myself when she was running, I was just like, okay, something's weird because some people seem to be helping you. Some people aren't helping you. They seem to be enjoying the fact that you seem lost and confused. That's really weird. And I was just like, man, I'm invested into seeing where they go with this. And when it got to the final scene, I was just like, oh shit. I was shook. I was. What
about the soldiers that they start seeing? They see aliens, but then it turns out that they've been implanted with things.
The movie We Live or They Live?
They Live. I don't know.
It's a Roddy Piper movie where it's the whole. I'm here to kick ass.
Bring it back to wrestling. Bubblegum. So all the wrestling fans, this one's for you.
No, it's a general crappy movie. It's up there.
But is that the same premise? Is it the same premise?
It sounds very similar.
Okay.
Well, the premise here is that like
Go
it's
ahead.
some distant dystopian future, and the army's fighting some alien, like some race of aliens or creatures or mutants out there,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
But as they get further into the story, you realize something's off. Like these people don't seem to be violent. Like these aliens don't seem to be violent. And this one soldier, you're following his journey to discovering why. And then it turns out there's been, I don't know, if you, obviously you've probably watched it, but it turns out there's like an implant in their brain or something like that that makes the soldier see the enemy that the government wants them to see.
Oh, okay.
And those are actual humans on the other side of those lenses.
Super quick, Dave.
The opposite.
It's pretty crazy.
They're technically the opposite then.
Okay, that's what I thought. As soon as Dave started telling the story, I was just like, Dave just wants to talk about Roddy Piper.
No, I just want to talk about that god awful movie 'cause it's so bad.
He's looking for an excuse to just bring up wrestling. It's like 10 minutes in. He's just like,
No
okay.
double dutch when the motherfucker's trying to jump in between the ropes.
Yeah.
That's Dave. That's Dave Whitaker's
Every day.
Here's Dave.
Every day of my life. I'm the guy that gets punched by the wrestlers because they try and enter the ring.
Oh, my
Not that ring. I mean, double dutch is skipping game, bro.
I know, but I'm saying the opposite.
Again, back to wrestling.
Most
I'm bringing it
controversial
back.
episode.
You guys are pointing it on me, so I'm going to just keep bringing it back. to
Every
wrestling.
chance he gets, he's going to bring up wrestling somehow. Most controversial what, Toby? Sorry.
Most controversial episode of Black Mirror.
Oh, let's hear it.
I was asking you guys, but I think striking vipers.
Oh, I mean, is that controversial that they were having an affair in a virtual?
I think it was the most daring.
Okay,
Actually, maybe
yeah.
not controversial.
100. Definitely the most daring, especially with two black men. The down low is not something that's discussed big in the community. Oh, that's true. Skinny doesn't know what we're talking about.
Seeing Skinny's reactions to your guys' main discussion has been great.
Okay. So look at it this way. All right.
This is the one with Anthony Mack.
Look at it this way. You got Falcon on one side.
Yeah.
You got Black Manta on one side.
Yeah.
Plug in VR.
Yeah.
They are different people, and they be fucking in VR.
A lot. They were meeting to fuck like.
But they're straight in real life.
Yeah.
Anthony Mackie's married. I don't remember if Yahya Abdul-Mateen is.
Yahya was just hooking up. He was like a playboy because he has like that.
You with that shit, bro.
So in real life they're fine, but Anthony Mackie's character is conflicted. That's pretty much the whole. He's like conflicted with the fact that he enjoys his experience in VR, but he really loves his wife. So the whole episode goes by, and you see, do they find a compromise or not? Do things blow up or not? Like I was surprised for the first episode of season 4 or 5.
Yeah, one of the later seasons. Yeah. I gotta say, I was impressed with the story because one, like I said, on the DL in the Black community is such a big thing. Them trying to tell the story of being on the DL in a virtual world was very interesting, a very interesting take, because you don't usually already the Black community doesn't like to discuss it, and then for you to discuss it this way to show how it worked, super interesting. The fact that there was that divide that was a commentary on gaming where like when they were outside of the game, Yahya was still feeling what he felt. Anthony seemed to be feeling it, but was just like, I don't care. Like that's in the game. And then when he asked him to meet him, because he's like, I want to know if this is real. And that starts a whole other conversation, which I thought was great.
It is super, it challenges you to like think about what is actually happening. And just so you know, I didn't say this before, but Yahya's character in this, it's a female in the VR world. Yes. Whereas Mackie is a guy. Okay, so it's this. That was the big thing. Yeah.
So Yahya is the one that is asking because he wants
exactly.
Yeah. All right. I see what that is, bro. Yeah.
And it was a good episode though. Yeah, because don't they have a conversation about how does it feel when and he's just like, it's different. Like it was like this whole thing. Yeah. It was crazy.
It is so weird. At the same time, it was awesome because they're also like these Tekken type characters, right? Yeah. So they're actually like fighting. It's what's his name?
This orgy sounds weird.
It was like
it's the girl that plays Mantis. Yeah, in Guardians of the Galaxy, and then the guy
Palm. What's her name?
Palms.
Yeah, you don't want to be like name.
I
from
forgot her
Quebec City, by the way, for those who don't know.
What? I thought she was French.
She's what maybe, but she lived in Quebec City for a minute.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Man, I remember but he's a famous Asian actor too.
I'm gonna look it up.
Is it Simu Liu? It can't be. No, it's not.
I'm gonna look it up.
Hold on. Yeah, you'll know who it is too.
Oh, yo, real quick, did you guys see the trailer for Anthony Mackie's Netflix movie that's coming out where he looks like a cyborg?
Nope.
No.
Shit, man.
Is it called Cyborg?
No, it's I have to look that up too. I'll look up Anthony Mackie. Okay, here's one that we could talk about while I'm looking up stuff. Tell me your thoughts on Coming to America 2, real quick, and I'll look up.
Man, I haven't watched that either. Shit.
I didn't watch the trailer. I'm not interested. That's how little I care.
Ooh, hey,
shit.
I mean, yeah, but
why?
Yeah, speak about it.
I'm okay with the first. It didn't need a sequel.
I'm with you. I'm with
it'll just probably ruin the match. Like I'm gonna watch it and go, "Oh, I was a stupid kid when I watched this." That's what I'm gonna go think.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, that's a lot of shade.
No, you're right though. It's too late, man. Don't do that.
It's
I agree.
It's got to make sense now, 100%. So I'm looking. The way I feel right now might change after I see it. I'm waiting to be surprised, but I already feel.
You know, there's gonna be a last minute like. To T'Challa in there. I'm just saying. I'll call it
maybe at the end.
I expect it. But do you guys?
Wakanda. Well, shout out.
I gotta say, if you guys saw the trailer, Wesley Snipes. I don't know what character he's playing, but he looks fucking hilarious. Like I
agree on that.
He's wearing a kilt, has cornrows. Taylor.
What?
What's up?
I guess I'll watch the trailer. Sorry.
That's Wesley though.
Tiana Taylor plays like a partner. Clementif plays Roxette, and Ludi Lin. I feel like that's the name.
There you go.
Isn't that the name you said?
Huh?
Isn't that the name you said?
I said
you said
Simu Liu. That's the guy who's playing Shang-Chi.
Oh, whoops. That's my sorry.
What's it called? What was he in?
I'm looking him up now. He was in Power Rangers, Aquaman.
There you go, Power Rangers.
That's
what you would know him from. I think he was Blue Ranger, right?
Black Ranger.
Asian guy? Black Ranger.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna be in Mortal Kombat. That I know.
Oh, dope.
Movie
coming out soon. Too,
he's
next year. It's in post production right now. It's coming out next year.
You're right. He's playing Liu Kang. That's dope.
What's that even going to be?
How that's going to
go? They've already filmed it. You're about to find out.
How's that not going to be a nosedive?
I feel like one Mortal Kombat.
No, we haven't gotten very many, and I don't know why they keep trying this, but video game to movie adaptations have been just deplorable.
What are you talking about? Mario Brothers is the best movie ever.
Shut up. Ever done?
What are you talking about?
Remember we were supposed to do that discussion? Did we ever come back to it?
We didn't. You're right. We wrote it down like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago we said we wanted to discuss what the best game movie was.
Video game movie. That's true. Shoot.
I would say maybe Hitman. Hitman would be the most.
Wait, Hitman would be the best.
Without being accurate, without being embarrassing to the film. You know what I mean?
Accurate character. You know what? It was a direct translation of a video game. That's why it sucked.
What?
Like you can't take full video game script and just go, this is what I want the movie to be. You have to change it around. The pacing, everything's different. Both of them.
No, but which movie? I didn't hear the first part. Sorry.
I said Hitman.
Both Hitman?
No, the first one, if anything.
Okay. I was gonna say, first one for sure. Second one, I don't know what that was.
No.
Like it was I've seen the nuns storyline in the video game. I forget which one it is now, but it didn't translate to a movie. It didn't make sense to me.
Doom was horrible.
Yeah,
Doom was whack. That's true.
Doom was whack.
Resident Evil?
No.
First Resident Evil. 100%.
Yeah.
It was new. I was surprised that it was good. What do you mean?
The newer Lara Croft, not the old ones.
Oh.
Yeah, I agree. Because the original Lara Croft was trying to do like some James Bond shit, and I wasn't here for it. Yeah. I wasn't down.
But this one was also trying to do some like I already had my complaints about it. She didn't look strong enough to take down those mountains of guys she was beating up. It was like not believable.
But I'll say this: in the game, Lara Croft doesn't look like she's big enough to take down some of the characters that she's fighting. That I feel like, if anything, maybe that was the commentary that like this is like the video game. You have to suspension of disbelief. Like
That's
this,
true. I have the same problem with Tom Cruise, so it's not a male-female thing, guys. I don't think Tom Cruise should
all
be.
5, 6 of Tom.
Oh my god, that's hilarious! Direct stab at Tom Cruise. He's trying to rebrand now, bro. You're hating him.
I've got the best video game movie.
Movie, not TV show.
Started it off as a video game as well before it became a movie.
Okay.
So, Lego Batman.
Oh shit.
Does that count though? Are we putting that down here? Are we putting animated stuff? I don't think that counts.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking animated, but I will give it to you. I will give it to you. It was a good movie.
That is hilarious. But you're right. We can't even be mad at that because that is an accurate.
It's very accurate. It's very accurate.
No, I didn't mean to cheat like that.
You did a little.
You guys like Sonic?
I didn't see Sonic yet.
No, I didn't see Sonic.
I like Sonic.
Oh, I like Sonic.
I like Sonic. I thought Sonic was good.
I think you guys would like Sonic, to be honest. It didn't try too hard at all. It was just like exactly what you'd expect.
And I gotta say, I respect the fact that they went in and redid the graphics for Sonic.
When everyone complained,
I mean, yes. I don't know. I don't know if the complaint is what did it as much as they already knew they needed to, and the complaint was just an excuse because there's no way someone did the original version and thought that was okay. It didn't even make sense when you looked at it.
Here's what they did though. So the studio was like, fuck it, just put it out anyways. And the guys are like, nah, like we'll get killed for this. Seriously. They're like, nah, we'll just put it out. They're like, okay, fine, go ahead, put it out, do whatever. Yeah. And then they did that, and they're like, okay, so how much time do you need?
Yeah.
Thank you. We need more time.
Yeah. The response was so visceral when people saw like with the teeth and everything. People were just like, what are you doing? And it didn't make sense.
That's the only time where like social uproar was like properly needed. Like that's the only time where
the proper time when social uproar was needed.
Yeah, that was the only
we agreed across the board for sure.
The time is stupid, but that one time for the internet to just break and people be like, ah, yes. For Sonic,
Sonic, you should watch it, man. It's actually really good. Sonic, and if we're gonna stick with that side of things, Detective Pikachu was good too.
Oh yeah, Detective Pikachu when they're interrogating the mime.
Oh my god.
Like I forgot how dark that scene is in the sense of what you know is about to happen, and my partner was just like, "Oh, yo, can you believe? Do you guys mind if I spoil it for you?"
I want to know what happens to Mime.
Okay, so they're talking to the Mr. Mime, right? That's the character's name, I think.
Yeah,
and he pretends that he's in a box so that they can't really get to him when they're interrogating him. And then Pikachu gets mad and is just like, yo, I don't have enough time for this. So they start pretending to pour gasoline. And then they pretend they have a match. And Mr. Mime reacts to everything as if it's real. So they're pouring the gasoline on him, and then they light the match. He blows the match out the first time. They light it again. He blows it the second time. The third time, the guy takes the canister, opens a door to the fake room, pours a line of the gasoline, and then drops the match right before the scene cuts. So you don't know what's about to happen, but you can expect based on his reaction, Mr. Mime essentially burns alive in a room in his own mind. And that being a scene from that movie is insane.
That's pretty dark. That's pretty dark.
But it's so well done. So well done. I gotta say, man, like, guys, one of the things that's great about the generation we're in is the technology has caught up in ways that they can do stuff like that, and we can really genuinely enjoy it. And I mean, and we're one of the first generations that gets to enjoy it for real, because like we've seen the crappy graphics from jump,
from ground, man. Yeah,
from the ground. Like when you look back at the second and third Matrix, when he has that fight with the
man,
and it looks like a bad video game. It's like, and you remember at the time we thought, holy shit, that's impressive.
I thought that was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I know.
Hey, you remember PlayStation 2? We paid $500 for that. What do you mean? Look at that shit.
Oh man.
That was passable back then. Of course. Oh my god.
That's wild. It's wild. I mean, the more we look at these graphics and stuff, the better they get. I'm excited for what's going to be. You know, I've seen a lot of people. I don't know if you guys. We're going to talk about it as I mentioned before, but at the I'm going to spoil. Well, actually, I won't spoil something. But there's a cameo in The Mandalorian, and people have already started doing deep fakes of the cameo at the end to show what they could have done to make it better. And I actually don't mind.
You know what? We're talking about it, right?
Are we gonna jump in?
You want to put a big spoiler alert? Yeah.
I was gonna talk about 2 other bad video game movies, but
okay, let's do that first. And then
okay, go ahead. I'll put up the spoiler alert real quick while you do that.
Okay,
shout outs to Phil.
All I'm gonna say is this: two movies from the 90s that were entertaining but god awful at the same time.
The wrestler in it.
The original Street Fighter.
Oh yeah.
And if you guys remember Double Dragon.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Double
First
Dragon.
of all, Street Fighter was not entertaining. It was whack as hell back then too. Double Dragon. From what I can remember about it, the only thing I remember is Lisa Milano.
Yes,
that's it.
Bong Bong.
They also had the dude from like Melrose Place or whatever as one of the Double Dragons.
Holy.
I don't remember Double Dragon.
Holy. Scott Wolf? Is that his name?
Yeah, that's it. Scott Wolf.
It was so whack. And it wasn't even the same thing with the game.
No, but I'm saying back in the day when you were a kid, it was entertaining. But not
no. We can't consider kids like our standards as children when we're talking about these movies, though.
You're right.
I'd say it was entertaining. I never said it was good.
Because if we go by that standard, dude, we used to sit on our couch and watch anything and everything.
Exactly.
Like, have you guys seen Pro Stars? That
cartoon? That's bad. Fuck that show.
Come on. Bo Jackson, Wayne Gretzky, and Michael Jordan. That was a horrible show.
The only reason they got Bo is because they didn't want to pay for a fucking football player and the baseball player.
Yes, exactly.
So they just got Bo.
It was.
I've never heard of this.
I've gone back to watch episodes recently and was just like, I liked this as a kid, and this is easily one of the worst things I've ever seen.
This is exactly how I felt about Coming to America earlier.
Brian, counter. Hammer Time was pretty bad too.
Oh God, with the talking shoes.
Yo, fuck that show.
Oh man.
So yes, by kid standards, when we were growing up, we watched anything. Kids today have more of a palette than we do, to be honest.
Yeah, sometimes
they don't have any options. They got Bakugan and Bakugan. And more Bakugan.
Yo, sometimes I get mad when I think about how much they've advanced like cartoons for kids and stuff like that. And it's just like, yo, wait, this is the kid. This like when I think about Avatar: The Last Airbender, I know that's not the greatest show, but when I think about the fact that that's like, I mean, it is a solid show. And if you were a kid and this was one of your shows that you get to look back on when you're an adult and you can say, this was the show I watched as a kid.
Where does it go from there? We at least like had room to grow.
Yeah.
It doesn't go anywhere. It goes from there to like maybe Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Yeah. And then I'm serious when I'm talking about Bakugan. Like that's where it is.
Because dude, when you think about some of the themes they discuss in Avatar: The Last Airbender, like post-traumatic stress disorder, narcissism, mental illness, like dude, when Uncle Iroh is in the prison and it essentially turns into like a mute, but he's secretly working out the whole time, bulking up, trying to get fit. He's like getting his mind right, his soul right. Then when he gets out and he does the whole thing with the White Lotus and he's talking about how the differences, the community and saving the world is more important than the differences. You're teaching kids about unification, community, appreciation. They talk about the chakras, the spirit, the core. They teach kids so many things in this little cartoon about a kid who got frozen in ice and flies on a flying bison. What the fuck is going on? You know?
Right.
And yo, shout outs to Mike right here. Mike with the Avatar is a work of art. Real talk, man.
Going on, Mikey.
Real talk. Oh, we got a question real quick. We got a question. Doc, any news on Wonder Woman 84? Phil, if you're still watching, hopefully you still are. Yes, Wonder Woman 84 is going to be coming out on HBO Max on the 25th or at midnight. So the 24th at 11:59 p.m. or whatever. It's not going to be available in Canada on Crave, as a lot of people are expecting. In Canada, they are going to let it release in theaters, and then it will do its standard 90 days before they'll be allowed to stream it. However, as you can expect, and it's unfortunate, but at the same time, this is what it is. Piracy being what it is, there is very likely going to be a pirated copy available quite soon after the release, and that is unfortunate. I don't want to promote piracy. I definitely think it would be great for people to see the movie or pay for it or support in some way, but unfortunately there's nothing we can do. In Canada, we are right next to the American market, and we can't really change anything. So that's it. That's what it is. It's really sad, it's unfortunate, but we'll see. Oh, Mike is bringing up some other shows here. What do we have here? Did you do HeMan, Super Mario Bros, and Zelda?
HeMan.
HeMan. What's HeMan?
That's an 80 episode. Stop it, HeMan.
Hey,
You want to name
With-
the
with-
episode
for that Zelda comment, I'm gonna say, excuse me, princess. That show was still horrible, but it was memorable.
That's a He-Man movie.
Wait, are we talking about movies or are we talking about kids cartoons?
I'm not here. You can't stop me.
I think we're talking about kids cartoons because He-Man was good.
HeMan was great.
He-Man, if you rewatch He-Man, I actually enjoyed He-Man. Like,
HeMan's a
Did
lot
you
of
guys
drugs.
like the 2000 version?
I didn't
yeah.
watch any of it. I hated it. I
This is
hated
where
his
Dave-
look.
this is where Dave goes into his weird. I rewatched the updated versions of stuff. Didn't
Nope.
you do Thundercats?
I was asking if you were talking about it. It was a valid question. Fucking haters gonna hate over here.
Wendell is 90s guy and Dave is retro random. That's
Facts.
what-
Facts.
I like that. Retro random Dave.
I watched. Okay, do any of you remember real quick He-Man, the movie with Courtney
Yes,
Cox?
I own it. It's
Masters
great.
of the Universe and yes, I do. He-Man had a gun. He didn't even say I have the power once.
Yes. Facts.
What?
How do you
He
ruin
did it at the end. He did it once at the end. No.
Yeah. He
How do
did it with
He does it the one time. He does the one time with the sword.
Yeah,
He does it once.
with a gun. He was shooting niggas. Like, what the fuck is that?
Oh no! Yeah, but technically,
Yeah,
Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
Have you never heard of that?
Hey,
Wow, this was definitely a response to Conan.
Yes. 100.
Dolph Lundgren has low-key ruined a lot of things from my childhood. Punisher in the sewer, He-Man with a gun. What the fuck
Okay.
is Dolph Lundgren doing?
But he'll always have Universal Soldier.
I never saw Universal Soldier. I just saw Dolph Lundgren punch a dude in the face and say, if he dies, he dies. All right?
That's Rocky. He killed it in Rocky too.
Don't make
But
hope
yo,
right now.
his performance in Universal Soldier is underrated, man.
I need to watch Universal
And
Soldier.
His Punisher movie wasn't that bad. There's a lot of things wrong with it.
Oh,
It wasn't
Dave.
horrible.
Stop.
Hey,
Stop.
compared to the other 84, for sure.
It's okay. You know what, Dave? Before we even go any further, we're just gonna do you a favor and strip that from the record for the sake of the crew.
You watch that over watching Warzone. I said it.
Oh my God. Are you
What the
serious?
fuck was that? Who, like, what?
Yo,
Punisher Warzone, as faulty as the storyline was, it was a fun watch.
And it was
Thank you.
accurate. He
It
at
was
least,
an accurate depiction of Punisher.
yeah.
yeah.
But I said what I said.
You're just talking shit now. You're just talking shit now.
Dave.
Toby finally
Yeah,
picks
Dave-
up on it.
You know what it is? Dave is on a ledge and he's just like, I can't come back inside. I can't come back
We're
inside.
so-
I'm gonna stay on the
We
phone.
were so
I
in
can't
shock for
I
a
threw a rope to the other building and I'm walking across. That's what I do. I
Tyro.
like to live life on the edge, right?
Oh, God.
Oh, yo, shout outs to Devin for giving us some love. Geektastic Cypher for being an entertaining show. And, yeah, man, we appreciate that. We worked really hard this
bro.
year. We did a lot. We got into the top 3 for best show. And, we're just going to keep going. We're just going to keep rocking and doing our best and making the show it is one of the best in the city. That's the plan, kids. As we continue to invade your weird minds with funny conversations about movies that you haven't seen since you were a child. And to all the younger listeners out there who are tuning in for the first time and hearing us talk about all these movies that they've never heard about, yo, man, we might have to start putting together, I would say we put together a playlist of the trailers for all the movies that we talked about. We find them on YouTube and put a playlist and just be like, bong, Here's all these movies you kids never heard of that you probably should not watch.
You know what movie? Like, okay, so here's the thing about CGI. Now that we're still on this whole like movies from a kid and now on the differences, like we didn't really need CGI back then because those people in the makeup department worked hard.
True.
They worked hard. Like RoboCop, I thought that shit was real.
Yeah.
Like the way if you watch behind the scenes now, you see how they do it. But like they put another face on his face, so it's a thicker layer that they can actually attach metal things to. It was intricate, and I'm like, man, combine that. Like that's the balance I still see a lot of movies lacking or TV shows lacking is that fine balance between the two. Star Wars did it very well with the Mandalorian. Practical Mandalorian, and I want to see more of that because that's what I buy into.
It was a lot hard. It's a lot. It made a lot of horror movies really good back in the day.
You know what I'm saying?
Also made some campy, but
now horror movies, some of them are just these jumpy, and you can tell the character is fake. So what's the point? There's no point, right? But when you add a human element to it, it's just something you can't beat. That uncanny valley thing that's happening right now will keep happening until we realize that we can't just completely get rid of human movement and natural motion. There's something that speaks to our brains when we see that, you know?
Yeah. You know which movie did it and did it somewhat well, but the movie itself isn't good, so no one cared about it? A League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. The guy.
Oh, yeah. That movie.
No. What?
I said it. Will Smith one.
A League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Sean Connery's last.
I love the League. The League was great.
Yeah, but Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, that transition that he kept doing, and that was practical. None of that was. And when I saw that, and then I saw them do Ben Grimm in the Fantastic Four, I thought to myself, it's unfortunate that Grimm doesn't look as good as the dude. At least as I remember it. I would have to rewatch the scenes because maybe I'm remembering. Maybe I'm jaded.
Which Fantastic Four are we talking about?
Homie, come on now. I don't acknowledge the first one that you own, and I don't acknowledge.
I'm making fun of that movie.
And I don't acknowledge the Miles Teller version and Michael B. Jordan. So I'm obviously talking about the Jessica Alba one. Obviously.
I'm just clarifying for our listeners. Now they're a little wiser by knowing how many versions there are.
Three different versions.
There are three different versions of the team.
And the middle one is the best one.
And the last one did so poorly, the director is not allowed to work in Hollywood anymore. And that is...
The actors don't even acknowledge this in their IMDb.
I feel like after he made the movie, they put him on like this like floating raft where he's just like holding his briefcase crying as he's like floating away from California.
Crazy. Can you strike a movie from your IMDb?
If someone actually went in... I was gonna say, if they actually removed the movie from the IMDb, I would cry from laughter. Can you imagine you hate something so much? You as an actor are just like you give away the money, you just donate all the funds. You're just like, no.
I need this guy.
Does he work in Hollywood anymore though?
Oh my god.
The director pretty much is out. He hasn't done anything since then. He got into it because the whole story behind it is he wanted to edit the movie a certain way. The studio took the movie away from him, locked him out of editing it. He then reacted publicly to when they did it. He started tweeting, and that stuff like that, it makes you persona non grata. Like no one wants to work with you when you unfortunately at the time doing something like that was considered bad form. And I don't think he's done anything since. I'm gonna check right now. I'm pretty sure that's like the last major project he did.
What's his name? It's not Trank, right?
Trask.
Is it
Josh
Trask?
Josh.
Any character or person named Trask.
Josh Trask.
Trank. It's Trank.
Trank. Oh yeah, it was Josh Trank. And the reason he got it was he the one who worked on Chronicles?
Yeah. It was because of Chronicle that he got it.
Yeah.
Chronicles of what?
That's rough.
Chronicle already.
No, Chronicle the
movie.
Superhero,
They got power.
which is really good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
The movie
that's
was
a great
fantastic.
movie. And that's why he got the project, because they saw how well he did that. He wanted to bring Michael B. Jordan over to do Fantastic Four. They're just like, yeah, man, you know what you're doing. You've done it before. We trust you. And then that's what happened.
That's crazy, right? You go from Chronicle, and then 3 years later, you do Fantastic Four, and boom, you're done. You're out. One day, Hollywood gave you one entry, and you. I actually, that's a lie. He did that movie with Hardy that was trash. The Capone one.
No. I know. I didn't bring it up because I knew he did that, and I didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, he's done. He has. I don't know what. There was like a flash in the pan with Chronicle because
it's so rough. He released Capone this year, 2020, as his comeback after the 5 years since no one would give him a chance to do anything. Literally, if you look up on IMDb, it says Fantastic Four Capone. This man had a 5-year gap in his career because of how bad that movie did for him. And then the next movie he jumped on was also a flop.
Did you hear about
that
this
shit
at
is
all?
No, I didn't hear.
Yeah, exactly. Man,
Capone is bad. Like, people talk about it. First of all, Skinny, you might remember when the movie got announced, I brought it up and talked about it on the podcast. And I think it was actually you who said, did we need this story? Either you or Toby said, did we need Capone's story?
Because it was like a weird side of his story, right?
Yeah, it's a story about after he's Capone, and essentially he's dying,
losing his mind.
Yeah, he's losing his mind and he's dying. And Tom Hardy is playing this version, and we were, you said it, and we were all like, why are we telling this version of Capone's story? And the fact that think about it, Chronicle 2012, Fantastic Four 2015, Capone 2020. This man did in 8 years 3 movies. 2 of them so bad that his career washed.
Man.
And he was supposed to do a Star Wars movie.
He was. I think he fell off the Star Wars movie for Fantastic Four.
Yep.
He left one for the other, or he got fired from one because of the differences, whatever it was.
I think he lost it because of how badly he reacted with the Fantastic Four. Because Disney doesn't like working with people who actually speak up. Disney likes... Like, remember when Disney fired the dudes for Han Solo and then brought in Ron Howard, and everyone was just like, "Of course you brought in Ron Howard. He's not going to complain about shit." You could
say shit.
Yo, yeah, you could like shit in Ron Howard's car in the back seat, and he'd be like, "Well, guys," and just go back to work. Oh, guys, gee.
All right, you know who he reminds me of is the redheaded husband on Family Guy. Do you know who?
Don't do that.
With the glasses.
Yeah, Morty.
He's not Morty. Whatever his name is. He's not that dude.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
You can't do that to Ron, man.
We gotta put a little respect on Ron's name, though. I felt bad joking about shitting in his car. You compared it. Say what?
I'll do you one better. Ron is the cop from Boogie Nights that blows his brains out.
Oh shit!
Oh my god, that's even worse than what I said.
No, it's the same character, Lade. It's the same Lade. The same Lade. Stop that.
Oh my gosh. Merry Christmas.
House of Mouse right there. If you guys are listening to this, Skinny just put on some Mickey Mouse ears with a Santa hat, and it's awesome.
I don't even know where these came from.
Reminder, you can you can always check out the live.
We
make sure you check out live on Wednesdays.
Mandalorian, please.
Let me go get another beer, y'all. I'll go.
Go for it. You're gonna need it for this conversation.
Yeah. Oh, let me put up the banner. Let me put up the banner because it's happening.
So these mofos know what's going down.
Oh damn,
We're talking the full length of season 2, but I want to start at the end and work our way backwards.
Oh, interesting.
If that's all right with you. And there is a reason why I want to do this. And I do not know why I am talking like this.
But I was still talking this influence.
I'm talking like this with my head.
It's the finger pointing and shit.
The finger wave. Put the spoiler up. Spoiler alert.
I want to talk about it. The second you get it up, I'm going to say it.
All right, so the final...
Wait, folks. It's up. The spoiler discussing The Mandalorian right now. If you guys are listening to this or watching this, we are going to be discussing The Mandalorian here on Geektastic Sci-Fi. Do not get mad at us. Do not complain about it. Do not come at us. Do not threaten us. We're discussing it now. Because I got yelled at because I put it in my IG story and someone got mad at me, even though I had 3 warnings before that you got to that part of the story, and the person somehow ended up seeing it and got mad at me, and I was just like, it's not my fault. I put 3 warnings. Blame IG.
What day was it?
The day, like 2 days after.
That's cool. 2 days after,
perfectly fine.
Nigga, if you the shit drops
after 24 hours, it's fine.
Fine, but I don't want to see you doing that shit at 2 PM on a Friday. Don't do that.
No. I hate people.
You know what people do in the toy community? This is fucked up. Okay, so here's it's a big like challenge thing. What they do in the toy community is like you'll watch the movie like ass early, and then the big thing is you'll do spoilers, but in ACBA. So you'll get figs and you'll do scenes from the episode.
Oh,
right.
So then doing that.
So exactly. So then you'll be like, you don't know what you're looking at. You're like, oh, that's a cool loop. What?
Oh, yeah. All right. So, Mandalorian Season 2, Disney Plus being discussed right now. Let's go.
What did I say last week? Give Favreau everything.
Facts.
Okay. I agree with you on that point. He's done an incredible, like, there's nothing you can say. The show, I see no holes. I see no flaws. Yeah. I see someone who loved and grew up with Star Wars, and finally, like one of us probably, and he obviously has way more talent than any of us in this room right now.
But he's one of us, though, in the sense that he knows
he is one of us. That's exactly what I'm trying to get to. Like, it shows when someone is truly in love with the material that they're creating. It shows and it comes out, and this is what we're getting.
Yo, but that kind of deep dive, that one, like wow. How long do you think he had this tucked before he was like, all right, these guys are gonna explode for this shit?
Final episode?
Yeah.
Okay, so all of Mandalorian has been fan service.
Yeah.
From day one.
It's a toy commercial and fan service. We know that.
So,
but that's the crazy part.
Level of fan service you have to be careful about. Yeah. And this is where I have where I want to draw a line here.
But one thing I'll say super quick though. Usually when they do fan service and essentially just sell toys, you can tell and you hate it. Yes. This is the first time you could tell and we're all enjoying it.
Well, you know why?
Because we don't know what's going on.
Greater story behind everything.
Yes.
You're just getting enough of everything to make you curious. Whereas before, they would have showed you all the flashy toys right off the bat and expect you to come back and buy the next version of it.
Yeah.
Versus tease you for the first version. Yeah. Right? That's what we're getting right now. So they've kind of cracked that formula, I find, recently in terms of sort of teasing something or someone. And then you're like, oh, man, I can't wait to see how that plays. You know, like that feeling. I haven't had that in a while. And I feel that with The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And a lot of the Marvel movies. I think that's why they're successful in its essence. But I was very disappointed in, and again, spoiler alert, in seeing Luke.
I was not.
Really?
I was not. I was having to find.
Okay. Sorry, it's seeing Luke. Let me finish this. And seeing Luke in this fashion.
Okay.
Give me a different actor.
Yeah.
Don't give me the same face because I know it's not real. You've done so well.
So you don't like that they Benjamin Buttoned him?
Yes. I also don't like not only Benjamin Button. I don't even want the original Luke. Just give me someone who looks familiar and similar, and we'll believe it.
So you have no
people
problem
been
with
saying
what happened.
Huh?
So you have no problem with what happened?
I have no issue with what happened. If you
I love what happened because what happened is what I've been wanting to see since Return of the Jedi, which they completely failed on, in my opinion, my humble opinion, in the last. To finally see Luke like, I'm a Jedi Master, and this is how I fuck shit up.
Yeah,
and like for me, like I don't know what your reaction was.
You're talking about Luke after he's gone through a trauma where Kylo has murdered all his students. Like, I don't understand.
No, but what I'm saying is I wanted to see this part of Luke, and because they decided to do what they did, they skipped over seeing that. 100%. I never got that part of Luke I wanted to see.
I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. Seeing this sort of Darth Vader-esque scene, like Darth Vader in the Rogue One scene, it was great.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah,
I just wish they picked someone that is not CGI'd in the face. It's horrible.
I'm surprised they didn't take. Weren't they saying that they would maybe give it to the guy? Not give it to the guy, but the guy from Game of Thrones or whatever.
Sebastian Stan was in the talks too, but
Yeah,
I thought no, sorry, I was wrong. You know, Sebastian, you're right. You're right.
Sebastian, okay. And I would have been okay with that because you cut his. He would look close enough, and as long as he can embody Luke, like that's an actor, right? That's your job, is to make me believe that even though you don't look like him, this was how he would have been. Is like, right? Isn't that the whole point?
But you want to know why they did this? Well, sorry, you know why I think they did this?
Yeah, go ahead.
The following. First of all, it's confirmed now they're not going to make a Luke movie or a TV show, right? They're not going to do that.
No one wanted it.
But they could have if they put a real actor behind it.
The thing is, I don't think they want. I don't think for them they probably went to the boardroom and said, "Are we really going to recast Luke Skywalker?" And I think the vote ended up being, Mark Hamill's done his job. Did such a good job over all the years. There's no reason to recast him.
You've recast.
I'm like,
matter of fact, I was actually down with them recasting Black Panther. Do you want to know why?
Hold on. Before we jump,
that's the discussion I'm down to get into.
My 2 cents is I don't want them to recast Luke because I don't want Luke anymore.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, you did 9 movies. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, but if they're gonna give you Luke, would you have preferred this over an actual actor playing?
I would have preferred this if they had done the deep fake better.
Better? Yes. So why? You know what I mean?
Because sorry, Skinny.
I'm with you. I would have preferred Luke, hood on. I didn't need to reveal it. Keep the hood on.
Yeah, don't show me his face.
That's
right. Okay.
Because we saw the hand and the lightsaber already too.
He already
to be honest, it was his belt buckle. The second I saw his belt buckle, I'm like, God damn it.
And the only thing you do if you want to deep fake is deep fake the bottom half. So I
don't even know it like that. I just need to see the hood, the hand, and the green lightsaber. I'm like, okay, cool, it's Luke. But the reason why probably they didn't get the actor, not so much what Dave is saying, but in that lane, more what Brian's saying, they don't want to do Skywalker anymore. And if you cast a new Luke, you have to do Skywalker.
I agree with that.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
that's fine. If that's their thought.
So at least if you do CGI Luke, he could.
And knowing Favreau,
and then
but knowing Favreau as well, this could have also been a kind of.
How well do you know him?
No, but I mean, like, you know what I mean, though. But with how much fan service he's done, right? With how much, I mean, I have him on TV show, right?
I'm sorry, I couldn't pass that one.
Okay, it's okay, I get it. No, I'm just saying, with how much fan service he's doing, why not give fan service to the ultimate fan? Mark Hamill was always really happy to do the role, and he said it himself with the last time he took the role. That wasn't my Luke. This was a way to give him his Luke one last time and say goodbye.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Maybe.
But he was on set. He was on set anyways. Also, when he says this wasn't my Luke, what exactly do you think he meant? Because some of you fans took that as they didn't give me the Luke I wanted, when I feel like he's just saying it's not Luke as the way people expected.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's also been quoted as saying this Luke makes sense.
I feel that when he said, when I heard it, I felt that he said more like, if I would have been able to write how Luke would have been like, this is not how he would have been like, even if this all happened. Not to say that the direction wasn't bad, but not what he said and did.
Here's why the Luke that we got in Last Jedi, or the one before, right? Because Last Jedi is the last one, correct? The middle one is the one where we kind of saw Luke. Yeah,
the Last Jedi is the middle one, and the last one is the Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, right. Okay, so then the middle one, the Last Jedi. I like that Luke.
If anyone can copy that link down in time,
I'm working on it to see what it is.
that Luke ended up being somewhat of a Yoda. Which to me means that like he's reached this level of just transcended the Force almost.
Yeah.
Right? Not you're expecting this badass. Luke was never a badass.
Thank you.
Right?
He never got the chance to be a badass.
He probably in that middle stage of his life where we're meeting, he finally is like, I'm gonna take this on, but he's never at the core of him been that.
Yeah, so I agree with Dave when he says that Luke's not we never got to see him as a badass.
Right.
And the other thing is, I don't want to see Luke as a badass. I don't want for Luke as a badass.
Yeah, because we did Return of the Jedi. What the fuck are you talking about?
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, but that's,
I was him returning. He returned. He saved his.
I agree, but I think you're talking about like. So imagine it this way: that's him right from jump, finally being good, finally getting his stuff together. But I think what Dave is saying and what a lot of fans are saying is, I want to see that guy rock shit and even level up more. Like I have a friend who's
I want to see him Super Saiyan type shit.
I have a friend who's a black belt. When my friend gets his black belt on the first day versus my friend after 2 years of training as a black belt, that's what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because Luke was supposed to be the savior of everything, right? So people want to see him as the Goku. But because they never got to see that part of him, that everyone's wanting to see, so I get it too. But
when we get those stories, people complain. The Goku portion of that is Neo in the Matrix, which nobody liked. The Goku portion of that is
Neo in the first Matrix. I liked the second one. I was like, okay, but they overdid it with the CGI. You have to.
But the second one was him Goku. Yes. The first one was him just getting there. That's what I'm saying. When we get those characters in that form, we get the Superman. It's never good.
Yeah, bro. It's the same saying and everything, right? People like to come up, but once you're up there, they like to tear you down.
That's it. It's their OP. What's Luke like? Yeah. So we got that with Luke. I don't want to like.
We got a glimpse. Oh no, but I agree with you. Like I said, we got the glimpse. I don't want the show. I know everyone's always talking about. Can we see? No, stop. You got 9 movies of this damn family. Move on. We have so many other characters.
I agree. I like that Disney finally did the things we've talked about, which is just in the past 3 or 4 years, we've been saying it. Just give us stories outside other Jedis, sure, but outside of the Skywalkers.
Like I'm happy that Ahsoka is going to be a thing. I want to watch that series. Someone who's not beholden to the light or the dark. Someone who lives in the middle. She's not an evil person, but she doesn't need to follow the code and the creed of the Jedi. And that's what's exciting to me. Sure, she's going to be like us. We went to church as kids, but we don't necessarily practice as the most, pious of people. So it's the same way. If your mom's listening, because Skinny made a face like, yo, my mom don't know, because my mom doesn't know that. I feel that way sometimes. So mom, if you're listening, I'm sorry to say Brian doesn't necessarily believe. But all that to say, at the end of the day, I'm excited for what Ahsoka is going to be as a character who's not living by that strict code and what her journey is going to be, especially when you start introducing people like Boba Fett, who's going to be running the Hutt business now, and Ahsoka is going to be.
Shout out to Ming-Na Wen for always securing the bag.
Yeah, that girl. That's going to be her Disney relationship.
Yo.
She's badass, bro. She is badass. I'm sorry.
Her Disney relationship runs deep, and she is smart. That is one.
Star Trek, and now Book of Boba.
Yeah,
and before that, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Before that, Street Fighter.
Stop! Did you stop with this?
You gotta mute this guy if you're gonna keep talking about wrestling.
Give me a great plug.
It's 20.
I hear the word street and fighter right after the other one more time.
I'm excited for Fennec Shand as at the end when Fennec Shand is drinking from the bottle, sitting on the edge of the chair, and you're just like, this.
That's her character from Star Trek Discovery.
She's gonna kill everyone.
That's her dark.
Wait. But you're talking about she wasn't on Star Trek Discovery. That's
Oh, sorry. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is what I meant to say. I kept saying Discovery because she's my other favorite one.
We talk about the Darksaber and how Homeboy tricked everybody.
Oh my God. Okay, so
I love Mando's reaction.
Yeah,
I don't care about Mando's reaction.
Real quick though, for any of you who've seen Clone Wars and Rebels, there's a lot of people
now. They just explained it in that one episode.
Okay, but here's the thing. There's an episode where Sabine Ra, I don't remember her last name. She hands the Darksaber over to Bo-Katan, and there was no problem at that point. So what one of my boys was saying is the reason that there's probably an issue now and Bo-Katan is so militant about how she has to get the saber is because last time she had it, they probably saw her as an imposter because she didn't fight and win it in battle like they're supposed to. And I think
otherwise she could have just taken it.
Yeah, because she took it last time. It was just handed to her, and this time it was an issue, and I don't understand why. And then I realized when my friend said that, I was just like, that makes sense. That makes sense, and I'm excited to see that because I feel for
Here's
Matt.
my problem with strict codes. They're not so strict.
Yeah.
A lot of these strict codes were broken in a matter of 2 or 3 episodes.
You mean man's one not showing anybody his face too? Now Luke Skywalker and the entire bridge of the ship saw your face. Like, what do you mean?
No, but that's because of how much he loves a little dude. You know that.
Yeah.
That was the story of like, I am willing to break the most important and sacred thing for you.
Would not have if Bo-Katan didn't get into his head about the fact that only a certain type of people wear their mask or live by that code. Everyone else shows their face.
I agree.
Right?
I agree that that's
You would have found another way, is what I'm saying, which he always had.
Yeah.
Right.
The only problem I had though with that is that technically, how that should have ended in a realistic world is just hand him back the thing and make them fight right on the spot.
Realistic world.
Mando would have. He tried to give it back. In reality, I feel like he would have been okay. Shoots it back to what's his name?
What are we talking about?
No, but he's talking about handing it back to Moff Gideon and having
let them fight
Moff Gideon. But that wouldn't have been a fair fight. They wouldn't. Yeah. You gave Moff Gideon the dark saber in the bridge, unlocking his shackles, surrounded by people with guns, so that if he does go out of line, you shoot him. That's not a fair fight. Like, and you're not gonna let him destroy the bridge or actually kill her. Like, if I'm the good guys and I see the bad guy with the sword and it's the honorable thing to let her fight in battle. Am I gonna let her die so that I could say, okay, I guess you get to keep the darksaber? No, I'm gonna shoot him in the head. What are you talking about?
Also, Moff doesn't want the darksaber. He just wants it because Bo-Katan wants it.
I know.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Yeah, he's a 4-year-old. He's nana boo boo with it. Like,
that man is crazy.
That's the whole empire. That's the whole thing about the empire. That's what they were talking about with Operation Cinder, for example.
Oh,
it
yeah.
was to set an example to all the other freaking colonies. Hey, if you're not protecting the people who are ruling you, we will blow our own soldiers up.
Yo, dude,
that's where Bill Burr's character had a whole burning con, right, or something like that.
Yeah. Did you guys know? I didn't know this, but that's actually from one of the video games.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that mission he's talking about is a mission from a video game, and they
burning con, right?
And they made it canon.
That's cool.
That's what I love about what they're doing. This universe that they've built and fleshed out is being like. It's crazy to think they're doing the MCU possibly better than the MCU. And I
wouldn't say better, but they've found like MCU found its stride in the final phase.
But could you include the cartoons and the video games in the MCU? Because these guys
they will in the next phase.
They might.
We do a lot with
They're going to be including a lot. Like they're including TV shows. I'm sure they'll bring things that are.
I bet you there's going to be a Night of the Sentinels movie or TV or episode in some shape or form.
I understand what you guys are saying about Disney Plus. Disney Plus.
I know what Brian's saying.
Yeah, because Disney Plus looping everything together television wise on their streaming app is one thing. I'm talking about back in the day, Lucasfilm made a game out, and you motherfuckers just put that game into the actual canon of the universe.
That's cool,
that would be the equivalent of Marvel acknowledging the Turtles' backstory of Daredevil being and then them bringing that into.
Oh my god! Imagine
that would be that kind of fuckery, which is what they're doing with Star Wars. And
didn't they do that though recently?
They did acknowledge it, but they've never put it to like wax.
They say like mutated rats. Wasn't there a Marvel movie that had mutated rats as a headline in somewhere?
Oh, there's like nods too.
Yeah,
there are nods. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, man.
Yeah, because it's the same accident that causes Matt Murdock, right? That's part of the
Mm-hmm.
That's wild. I love these people. I love when they do shit like this.
I hope that they tie in somehow Fallen Order to the series. That would be good.
Wait, so yeah, was that a rumor of Matt Murdock being in the MCU, the Spider-Man movie, real?
I don't believe anything.
It's still a rumor.
It's still a rumor. Okay, that'd be cool as hell.
I mean, I'd be down. If Cox wants to come back and play the role, I'm
wants to. He would jump the hell on that.
Yeah, what the fuck else does he have going on?
Mike
what are you doing right now, Charlie? Oh, I'm just in my backyard mowing the lawn. Hey, we want to bring Daredevil back into the MCU in the next Spider-Man movie. Do you feel like you can take on the role again? Well, I don't know.
Again, I feel like you're realistic
right now, but that doesn't sound like get the hell out of here. Of course he's gonna say yeah.
And the realistic version, Marvel calls. Hey, so what are? I'll go. I'm coming. I'm coming now.
He was on Broadway with Tom Middleton before the world shut down. He's not working.
I know.
I know. It's just
you
not in the public eye.
Dude. They were probably like, here, go on Broadway with Tom Middleton for 5 years, sit down for 5 years, take this little paper we'll give you, we'll bring you back. We'll just come on.
Yeah, I love it.
Something that Toby touched on that we didn't get to talk about. Do we want to talk about it now, or do we want to save it for the news? Not recasting Black Panther.
Are we done with Mandalorian?
I mean, I don't. We discussed the characters. Hold on, I'll put the spoiler back up.
What does this mean? What do you think this means? Are they going to do a time jump? Is Grogu coming back? Is he going to say "fuck"?
So Jon Favreau already said, he went on Good Morning America. He said that the Book of Boba Fett is not replacement. It's going to be a continuation.
Meaning,
so it's going to be it's like another series set at the same time as Mandalorian.
I was going to say they're going to cross over still quite a bit.
Yeah. So Ahsoka, the Book of Boba Fett, and Mando are all expected to be out around the same, like they're going to be 2021 projects and so on and so forth. So we're going to see that stuff coming. Mando is getting a third season that's separate from Book of Boba Fett, which I was one of them. I very much expected Book of Boba Fett to be the same way we were talking about Avatar earlier, where it's like book 1, book 2. I was just like, okay, season 3 of Mandalorian is the Book of Boba Fett. And I was okay with that. I wasn't mad. I actually like when they do stuff like that, because then you could have Din Djarin, Pedro Pascal's character, in the background still fighting his story. And then you could, like, funny enough, like Dave was saying last week when we were talking about X-Men, where you would have like one movie telling one story and another movie fills in the other side at a different time. It'd be kind of cool to see them do that in the universe with Din Djarin doing his thing in the background, and then you get his season where you see how it all connects. Sorry, Skinny, you were about to say something.
Okay. Oh, no, I just got it. His name's Din Djarin, but his swear word is Dan Ferrick.
Is it?
No, that's what he says when he's like mad. He'll say like Dan Ferrick or something.
Oh yeah,
very close to his name. So I was just like, his name's Din Djarin. His customer is Dan Ferrick. Okay, that's I need to know, because I don't know what the fuck he's saying.
Yeah. So I'm excited because the whole episode with bringing Boba Fett back was fucking awesome.
I'm glad he's not dead.
Yeah, yeah.
He's cool off. He was like, all right, I'll see you in my own show.
Yeah. That post-credit scene was well done.
What post-credit scene?
It was really well done. And I like. Say what?
What post-credit scene?
Where the Book of Boba Fett?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that. I stopped at the credits of the show, and I was like, okay, next season. What do you mean?
No. Go back on.
Oh, there's scene at the end.
I want to see his reaction live. You guys talk. I'm just gonna watch Skinny for the next.
But he's pulling it up.
Oh.
It's actually, dude. Did you really not see the scene? It's.
Oh, I can't wait. I want to see this. I really do.
I love it.
We're having a watch party of Skinny's reaction right now. That's what really said. That's what's happening.
They're taking a page from Marvel with their post-credit scenes too.
Yeah, definitely.
What? There's a y'all go
because I never ever watched past the post-credits, and this time I was like, I feel like there's gonna be something.
Oh, for sure. Why would you not? I'm shocked anyone who didn't watch. Gina Carano as Cara Dune, solid job.
She's cool. I like Gina.
She's a ranger. Is she? When they say that they're doing a series about the Rangers of the New Republic, do you think that's going to include her? Is that what that hint was?
It might be a side piece, but I think it's going to be mainly the dude from Kim's Convenience and the other guys in X-Men.
Oh, I thought he was going to be part of the Rogue Squadron. Oh, no, but that's a movie. Okay, that's fair. Because Rogue Squadron, do we know what timeline Rogue Squadron is set in? Or is expected to be set in?
Before they die, so.
That's fair. Before they die, Brian.
It's just always just funny to me that no matter what happens, I just know these fools ain't do it. They're not living.
Yeah, man. We don't know when it starts, but we know where it doesn't go past.
Yeah, we know where it ends.
I want to touch on that. Like, I don't want to watch Andor because it's like I don't care, dude.
Right? I don't want to watch Andor.
Why?
That's pointless. I don't want to just watch this guy die. I like you. I like you.
He dies in Rogue One. Everything that happens in Andor is before, so you know he's alive and survives. Are you saying you don't like
it takes away from the concept? Like anytime he's going to be in a like, oh no, what's going to happen scenario? You know what's going to happen. He's going to live.
Yo, there's a difference between living and surviving. And I feel like you could tell a show where someone survives all these instances, but is broken. And by the time you get to Rogue One, his character does seem pretty broken.
My attention won't survive for this show. Let me put it that way.
Honestly, that brings me back to me going to see 300 in the theaters. I didn't get attached to nobody.
Because you knew they, I mean,
nobody.
But didn't,
I did though, man.
I was gonna say
that was a little tough not to.
And then when I did started to get a little bit attached because it wasn't
yourself.
It wasn't even Leonidas that got me. It was like his side, like the second in command, of like the one whose son. Yeah, right. Yeah. I was like, yo, but they're all gonna die. Like, I can't watch movies like Rogue One.
The story's still good. That's what
300 was arguably better than Rogue One.
Hold on. Real quick.
300 was better story-wise than Rogue One. I felt I felt more for 300 than I did Rogue One. I was like, all right.
Dude, I felt it for 300.
Rogue One, my heartbeat only went up when Darth Vader showed up.
Wait,
that's how little I cared.
When you guys are watching shows like Spartan, remember that show that came out, Spartan? Spartacus, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you guys not like the show because you know Spartacus dies?
No, I didn't watch Spartacus.
I didn't watch Spartacus.
Because I probably figured out that Spartacus died.
He's like, wait, so none of y'all watched it? That's a
solid show, man. Like it has like a prequel. The show is so good they made a prequel season. Like,
listen, Brian, it's like watching a show called Aslan and you know the nigga dies. Why am I watching it?
Because you need to know how the story.
Oh, so wait, I know his end. I'm good.
I don't want to take it that. I don't want to take it that far.
Yeah,
I just was not that interested in the story of Rogue One.
No, I'm taking it that far.
300, knowing they die anyway, the story was very compelling, and the reasons for doing it was more compelling.
Rewind, Skinny. As someone who literally reads the wiki pages and then watches movies,
yes,
what are you saying? If I know the ending, I don't care. Because you
the movie. I have an explanation. 90% of the reason as to why I read the endings of films is because I want to know if people I care about die.
Okay.
I'm good. The fact is with Rogue One, I didn't want to watch Rogue One, but I'm a Star Wars mini fan. So I'm like, I need to watch his story. And the thing is, I didn't want to get attached to people that I know are gonna fucking die.
They won't be there.
What am I doing that for? Why am I putting myself through that stress? The girl I like, Andor I didn't give a fuck about. The robot was cool. They had a little Muppet thing that was all right. The blind dude with the super cool, but they all died. For what?
Let me piggyback on this. Like to indulge it for like a 2-hour period is fine. To indulge it for several seasons just for it to happen, I ain't down.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll watch it.
I'll have a glass, but I don't need the bottle.
But also, hold on. As fans of the whole Star Wars MCU, we knew as soon as Vision had the stone in his head and Thanos was coming, he was dead. Did you guys not want to watch that knowing he was going to die?
I am not. Okay, we're not doing this.
Fact, he wasn't going to die. I knew he was going to die, but I knew he was going to be brought back, so it doesn't matter.
But you also felt like they would have found a way to remove it and like him being safe.
I never thought that.
You thought he was dead. Actually, he was going to die.
In the comic book, they take the stone out and he essentially dies. He becomes like a complete robot. There's no emotional reaction.
But he was still alive. We didn't know if he was going to die or not.
He wasn't.
We didn't know for sure.
He had no personality. That's what
in the comic. What is the stone? Is it the? It's not an Infinity Stone.
No, in the comic book, it's something else. I don't remember what it is, but in the comic book, whatever it is that something does get taken out of him, and he essentially turns into like I think they even started drawing him in white. Like he doesn't.
He turns into a gray vision.
His whole gray and white vision. He was completely white. Yeah, I remember. I don't have that toy,
but he has no personality or anything. So when I'm watching the movie and I know that this Jarvis and the whole character creation is going to end up, and they're having this fight for the stone, and they're trying to protect him, and I'm thinking, this nigga going to be gray in 2 seconds. Why? But I'm still like, how does he get to the gray? Does he fight? Can he survive? I'm still interested in the fight up to the gray.
In his head. No, I'm good.
Didn't know if the gray was happening for sure.
It
was still like a
great.
I mean, okay. I thought it was happening for sure.
But I'll say this. It also depends on what
the characters
you're a fan of or what you really want. Like, example, when they made Rogue Squadron, it's already a stretch that you're taking a 2-second moment from one of the movies and turning it into an entire movie. Then take that and make it a whole entire sequel, like TV show. I'm not into that. However, let's say they were to make a Luke Skywalker story.
No. I'm not even going to listen to you talk about Luke
Skywalker. I would. Why?
I'm not listening.
I'm making a short point.
I'm not listening. If you're going to bring up Luke Skywalker again, I'm not listening. Because the same way you're telling me you're not open to the idea of watching something if a character is dead. Skywalker is dead. He's dead, Dave. He's dead. You don't need to know anything else. Why do you care anymore? The man is dead. He's gone.
Write it and put it on the screen.
I will take his camera off if he's gonna start writing about Luke Skywalker. I'll do it. Go ahead. See what happens. I will remove your ass from the screen right now.
Just do it, Dave. Do it.
You guys been telling me this whole time.
There's a thing called patience.
You guys this whole time. This whole time, you're telling me if you know the character's dead, you don't really give a fuck. And you're telling me right now, you know Luke Skywalker is dead. You still want to see how he was in the middle?
Well, if you were to allow me to finish my point, Brian.
I have a point to add on to that too, but finish your point.
All I was saying is that, back to my original point, it depends on what you like and what you're interested in. For example, if you're telling me there's going to be a segment where you would be able to see what happens between Luke after Jedi to when he becomes an old man, the reason why I'm interested in it is because I never got to see that aspect of him.
All you're telling me right now is that it depends on who the characters are.
No, it depends on what your degree of fandom.
I didn't care about that group of characters, and also knowing that they died made me care less.
Fair. I'm willing to take Toby's angle, but your angle, Dave, you're countering yourself. I took him off. I told you I would. As soon as I saw the paper coming up, I took him off.
He actually wrote it on a piece of paper.
The fact that you are saying that if it's Luke, you're interested, but if it's this character from the Rogue One universe,
they could do various things though. Like, for example, if they did a story about Chewie, I would watch that show.
Yeah, so you're thinking
I'm actually curious about that.
Yeah, you're thinking
Han Solo. I don't care about the Han Solo movie because it's not something as my personal preference. I didn't need to have that story.
Yo, isn't there a Chewbacca, like someone from his planet is a Jedi? Lobaka?
Yeah.
There's definitely for sure one.
I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Damn, wow. Boba did that.
What are you watching?
He's watching the post-credit scene live.
What? It's a live reaction.
This is so funny. This is so funny. Once again, if you guys are listening to this, make sure you check out on Wednesdays. The show is live at 6:30, or you can go back to YouTube. You can go back to YouTube and check out the episodes. Just go to the Free Agents Media.
Damn.
I took Dave off again because he's still trying to sneak his damn paper.
I told you Boba Fett's fig value would go up.
I wish I had a Luke Skywalker t-shirt.
I don't hate Luke Skywalker. I just don't understand why you need to know more about this motherfucker. He's dead.
I don't want to know more, Brian. I want to see him kick the shit out of people.
But you did.
I want to see him use powers. I want to see him be the OP person he could be.
Let me break this down for you. We did see him kick the shit out of robots. And frankly, it was really kind of to me, because Luke Skywalker is supposed to be the Luke Skywalker. He's pretty boring.
Oh shit,
That's rough.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen,
hot
I
takes.
get it.
You were boring, but I know exactly what he's
by a
talking
bunch of people. But like,
I was very whelmed.
it was very whelming. Yeah, it was not like, oh my god, Luke Skywalker, like Kermit the Frog or anything. But it was like you would walk up to the robots, he'd be like,
Yo, you know what the worst part was? The fact that the robots look like Vader, and I was just like, God, this is him working on some weird daddy issues.
It's so weird. But it wasn't a lot of. I think you were expecting. Honestly, to this day, I'm still expecting Darth Maul level kind of acrobatics with a lightsaber.
Thank you.
Just to see someone walk in a room and swing it a few times, and then force compost something. It was very like.
Force compost.
Like, okay, the coolest thing.
Or like, sorry, compact. You know, you like compact cars.
Yeah, that was the coolest thing when he Magneto the robot. That was cool, but like otherwise, we saw Ahsoka fight this season, and you're gonna.
And it was so much better.
Right? Like, how are you gonna give me that?
I killed it. So
Hey, and
like,
you know what, guys?
If Batman had a lightsaber, it's Ahsoka. You know.
You know who's getting a show too? Ahsoka. You know who's dead? Ahsoka. You still want to watch that show though?
I don't care more about her than I do about Luke. It's again, it comes down to how much I care about the character.
How she dies. We are assuming she dies because of the.
Not assuming she's dead.
I didn't see that movie. I don't know shit.
Force ghost. How are you telling me she's not dead?
Because she could be in line with the Force.
Guys,
in between.
Force ghost.
Bro, you know she knows how to do that shit.
Guys,
you have no idea what she can or can't do.
Was a Force ghost. Are you fucking kidding me?
We had no idea
Force ghost
that Kylo Ren could have done in the 9th movie.
Dave, look up the list. All the other characters were Force ghosts. You fans who are trying to actively deny facts are so weird to me. They're all Force ghosts, and you guys are like, maybe she's not dead. No, motherfucker.
I've never seen the movie. I don't know.
Not you. Dave over here who's saying maybe.
Why are you always pointing me out, Brian?
Because
you're not like out of the box thinking, Brian. Stop staying in your square.
You know what? Out of the box? Out of the box is accepting the truth. You Trump maniacs. Alternate facts world you guys live in now, 2020, where it's like
it's a blissful place to be, and I'm all right.
Here's a movie. Here's a scene in the movie. Here's all the people saying their lines. These people are all dead. Oh, but maybe Ahsoka's not. Why the fuck would she be talking to him through the Force, Dad? Every other version
in Revenge of the last movie. In Revenge of the Sith, that wasn't Ahsoka next to Mace Windu, right? It was someone from her race.
Yeah, someone from her race.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Because this happens after that, anyways. So.
Yeah,
I'll just say Luke fights like Qui-Gon, and it's boring as shit. And I like Ahsoka fighting, and that was much better.
Yo, Luke fights like Qui-Gon is so telling, like the like lazy old man fighting style.
Dude,
I mean, I thought the fight was cool, but you guys
I know where all this hate coming from. Plus, he only got like 30 seconds compared to like an entire episode.
No. If I'm fighting robots and I know I can take them, nigga, I'm getting fancy. What do you mean?
Like, as they get older, skinny, they get wiser, and they know that they don't have to do as much work.
Do as much work. I'm gonna at least do a flip.
Yeah.
Do one flip. Ahsoka didn't do no flips.
Ahsoka, she didn't do flips. What are you talking about? At one point, she's like flipping over sideways. Oh my god!
Yo, are you kidding?
Ahsoka did a whole fight, dude. Come on now.
Yeah, Ahsoka was badass, bro. That was badass,
bro. There's not really not a badass Jedi. I'm just gonna throw that up.
Luke is not a badass Jedi.
Oh shit!
Yes, there is.
That's the title. Luke is not a badass Jedi. You know how much we get.
I said it before, and I'll say it again. I stand by that.
Luke is not a badass Jedi.
He's legit that kid who like stumbled upon wealth and didn't know or have anything, didn't know what to do with it.
But that's it.
He was never taught how to use and spend his wealth.
A lot of people say this. He's a Mary Sue. That's
100%.
Yeah, a lot of people say that Luke is a Mary Sue.
Luke Skywalker is Logan Paul of fucking Star Wars, man.
Oh damn! Is that where Logan Paul got his haircut?
Oh shit!
What do you mean?
Luke Skywalker is the Logan Paul of.
You get into the ring, you knock one nigga out, you think you're the bat. Like, no.
Oh my god!
You got a popularity run.
Okay. I will put some respect back on his name.
You can take that respect there.
As funny as that was, look at Dave closing his laptop. As funny as that was, I will probably. He actually. That's good.
He's not the Logan Paul.
He's just not the bad. It's just he doesn't scream like badass. I'm gonna jump from wall to wall and slice you and all this shit. You know.
It's because you guys are making Dave's point for him. The fact that you never got to see that version is the reason that you can throw his name on the mud, throw mud on his name so easily.
Yo, it's either you got it or you don't.
Yeah.
Luke is a pretender.
Survive because
Luke is a pretender. He survives only on skill and talent alone. That's it.
What?
He doesn't put in the work.
Yeah. Right after he killed Vader, a few robots. Stop it. Get out of here, man.
Like we're dissing on Luke right now.
Yo, Luke Skywalker is the Dan Harmon right there. Like,
yes,
this seems all this class. I will not. No, I don't approve this name. I mean,
you like Dan Harmon, don't you?
I know. I was gonna say.
It's all mad, stir crazy people.
But think about it.
This is not an insult to you. You like Dan Harmon.
Anything that Dan Harmon, fuck you, Brian. I know what you're trying to do there. Fuck off. Dan Harmon, the Dan Harmon of Jedi's is that stupid Conehead motherfucker. Straight up.
No, because Dan Harmon created Community and that failed, as did what's it called? Rick and Morty. And Luke, was a great Jedi, and he started a school, and then
that failed.
Technically, so is Yoda then, because he had like this whole like clique, and then they all just died.
Because that was
the same thing.
Yeah, I would say Order 66 wasn't something Yoda could fight. Whereas, what's the comparison
on Kylo and being like, "Hey, you might be
nephew."
I disagree.
16-year-old nephew.
Right?
His 16-year-old
No. There's a lot of Jedi's that die because of this.
You guys are talking at the same time.
I don't get what's going on.
Order 66.
Wild accusations.
Order 66 is one teenager. I'm sorry, Yoda wins. I'm sorry. Yoda wins. Order 66 versus a teenager who's mad. You can't compare it, man.
Order 66.
They all saw it coming. They all forced them, but they just let it happen.
We didn't let it happen. They fought, but they got murdered by 1,000 clones.
And it sounds like a fail nonetheless, doesn't it? If you're not the winner, you're the fail.
Oh my god. Okay. I see how it plays out.
In his haters over here. It's Christmas, damn it. What are you guys doing?
Losing is losing. I guess. I mean, I would say if I got jumped by 15 guys or if I got beat up by a 10-year-old girl, that's a very different thing.
Oh, wait.
Oh, Lord.
What do you got?
Order 66. Ahsoka survived it.
Oh, yeah. She
A
bounced.
lot of people did.
Because
not a lot of people.
Did you see Clone Wars though? Because she survives it by essentially, like, what's his name fights the programming. He realizes, the general, whichever one that was loyal to her, realizes something's wrong and actively fights it, which is fucking dope. That's one of the reasons that cartoon was so good. That cartoon had everything, and the way they ended that cartoon, and they ended it on May 4th for the May the 4th. That was dope. I gotta say, Clone Wars really, and the Bad Batch having a series that's coming up. I'm super excited too.
I'm not invested enough to go back and watch all of Clone Wars, but I feel like I got the skimmy through Mandalorian. So it's basically
Clone Wars is fucking amazing, dude. Like there's not really any bad episodes. It's
I know,
constantly good.
But watch the Bad Batch, because when that comes out, that's gonna be dope. That's gonna.
I watched a bit of Rebels too, and I'm like, yeah, all right.
I like Rebels. You know which one I don't like? Resistance.
The one after Rebels?
Yeah, the one that's about the pilot. I can't get into it. Every time I try and watch it, I'm just like, man, this is not as good as any of the others. Like, I don't care that you're trying to race I don't give a fuck. You're not doing anything interesting. Can we please get back to telling me stories that are interesting? You flying on this planet and working with this dude and being a spot. Nah, homie, I'm not seeing anything interesting. Give me some action. Give me some juice. Holy shit, we've been talking. It's an hour and 42 minutes already. Guys, we got to wrap it up. We didn't even talk about anything else.
No, we didn't.
We didn't talk about a damn other thing. Guys, this is what happens when the like I know. Well, we want to talk. I can give a thumbs up or thumbs down for my shows.
Yeah, let's do it. Alice in Borderland.
Thumbs up.
I give it a thumbs up too. I'm 3 episodes in, and it's pretty straightforward, straight to the point, fun.
I'll tell you, by the ending, it's not as good as the beginning, but it's still worth watching. And the way they set up season 2 sounds interesting, so I'm interested.
Alice in Borderland. Thumbs up.
Breach with Bruce Willis. If I had every thumb I could, I would put them all down. It is.
Has he made a good movie since?
Oh God, I don't know.
It looked like a ripoff of Symbiote.
That's no.
It's bad though, guys. It's bad. It's real bad.
No, he has made a good movie. I think Red was his last good movie.
Oh yeah,
Red 2 was okay.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, but it's bad. Don't real talk. Don't watch it. Don't like you. There's no point. It's painful. It'll actually make you sad for his career. Like you'll be like,
"Yo,
are you okay, Bruce? Like, do you need money?"
I that's what I was thinking about before with Grogu. I know I went back to Mandalorian, but survives Order 66 only to get killed later by Kylo.
He didn't get killed by Kylo.
What do you mean?
Grogu?
Yeah, Grogu ain't dead.
Whoa! Why would Grogu?
So much for the news.
Grogu.
Kylo Ren killed all of Luke Skywalker's.
Thank you.
I'm not a Star Wars guy, and I'm really gonna have to put it down on you guys like this. Okay,
let's play.
Grogu, my dude.
I like how we're back to this.
Let's play.
Okay. YB or YBN or YBR is the year that they go. So it's like after whatever. But basically, the show takes place in a certain year, and then Luke only starts at school in 15 of that year. Sure. Right? And they're right now in like year 3 or 9. So basically, Grogu was the first student he has before he even started the school. He didn't start the school yet. So basically, at the time of Kylo Ren coming up and Grogu being like 55 now, by that time of Kylo being the age he is, Grogu's about close to 100, maybe 70 something. I'll
put it to you this way: either Grogu got killed by Kylo, or he's a bitch nigga who didn't get shit and is hiding out. And I would prefer to think he's dead.
Doing a secret mission doesn't make him a bitch, Brian. It doesn't mean he's automatically a bitch.
What secret mission? The entire dude. They had a planet killer.
What's Ahsoka been doing for years? Dude,
he hadn't heard of Grogu till now. That means he's dead. But on the other hand,
how are you not there?
They said all of his students. They didn't say all of his grown or young students.
Yeah, that's the other thing I was saying. I agree with that.
I
would say he if anything, I know everyone's idea of that when Luke said he killed all of his students, everyone sees it as he only killed the students that were there at the school. I think he hunted the other students and killed them. That's how I understand.
But if it's not shown, it doesn't mean it happened.
No.
It's just like how a bunch of people die, but then they're back. Darth Maul died.
Boba
Fett died.
Yo, here's another thing with Grogu's age.
There's stories that explain that Grogu, however,
there's no story here to
still a toddler. By the time Kylo Ren comes about, he's still a kid. He might be 400 years old in this planet's thing, but in everyone's eyes, in where he is still a child.
We don't know the jump or how they work. He could
Yoda is like a billion thousand years old.
It hasn't happened yet.
No,
That's
okay,
the
fine.
One thing that Star Wars happened.
100%. So you're saying equally as much as your theory is that he's not dead, is equally possible that
it's Schrodinger's cat.
I'm saying that. Yeah.
Okay, sure. I'll agree to that. I will say he's in the box. The vial fell over. His ass is dead. You're saying he's in the box. The vial didn't fall over. He's just running around in the box and somehow didn't end up destroying the vial.
Grogu is Schrodinger's cat.
Okay. I would find it weird that Kylo would not try and stop someone as powerful as Grogu, but okay.
I would say this because Dave does not speak for me. As
He's on your side now.
No, he's on my side.
At me, thank you.
He's on my side. He doesn't speak for me. I would say all of Luke's students are dead. Just give me a second. All of Luke's students are dead that we know about. And that's all I'll say.
Oh, okay.
We just found out about Grogu last week.
I'm sorry. They're just so funny.
I love you, Dave. I know where you're going. I just need to clarify.
Oh my God. Yo, this was a fucking hilarious episode.
My show for the week.
I can't win.
You can't win. Man,
You're right. You're right about the fact that it's very possible that we just didn't hear about this Grogu.
Yeah.
For all these years. He's a hermit somewhere in a cave hiding.
You shut up.
Like Yoda.
Yeah, like Yoda.
Yeah, just being all powerful but not doing shit when everyone needed you.
That could be how his species is. They could
Yoda legit did that before Luke and Obi-Wan went to look for him. My God.
It's a legacy. The Jedis are cowards. The Jedis are cowards. They're cowards.
That's why I said Luke ends up like Yoda, because he ends up doing the same thing. Just goes off on an island by himself.
Oh my God, the world's ending. What should I do? I'm gonna sit on an island and cry about how bad my life has been.
I'll survive.
Yeah,
I can't save
everyone. Meanwhile, your sister is out there trying to save the world actively, barely using her powers.
And he knows.
Yeah, Luke Skywalker's a bitch.
How would you feel?
How do we get back to this?
Skywalker is not a badass Jedi. I repeat. Luke Skywalker is not a badass.
Why don't we just call him useless then? He should never exist with how you guys talk about him. Who the fuck is Luke Skywalker? Did he create the reason?
He doesn't deserve this pedestal.
No, he's just a bitch. That's all it is.
I'll help Dave by saying,
poster boy.
If you're a Luke, and considering how your life went, some old man came and got you from your adopted parents' house. They died. Then the old man died. Then you hooked up with this Han Solo character. And you had this fine chick with you that you know, on your first day as being a superhero, you rescue her. And then, you know, you turn out you have a crush on her. This Han Solo nigga, you know, grabs the girl from you. He ends up frozen in carbonite. You go and train your ass off, come back, kiss the girl, save the day, kill your daddy, find out girl is your sister. Nigga, you like, you're not sticking around. Like,
he kisses her in the first movie. That's the only time they kiss. And she kisses him.
Bro.
Sure, either way, he kissed his fucking sister. This
It's the only girl he loved. It's his sister.
He is not a badass Jedi. Never was. He tried. He really tried to fake it till he made it.
I'm so happy that I can't hear you. Your shit's going out crazy right now, and I'm so happy. You know what that is? That's the Force saying, shut the fuck up.
You know what's funny is no one cosplays as Luke.
Oh, damn, your mic is messed up all of a sudden.
No one cosplays as Luke.
Oh, there we go.
No one does.
That's a lie and a half, by the way. Throw that out there.
Yeah, I don't know if I could say that one because I have seen people.
That's a lie and a half. I've seen it at Comic Cons.
More so, I see Darth Vader. I see Leia more than I see Luke.
Yeah, no shit. Because girl, that I'm not going to even respond to that.
I see Han Solo more than I see Luke.
Geek news and rumors.
Man, come on. I see Boba Fett more than I see Luke.
It's
now you're about to see the Mandalorian far more than you'll ever see Luke in your life.
And you're still not going to see Boba Fett ever again because of the Mandalorian.
Guys, we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. Toby, you want to try and unplug or reconnect your mic real quick? Because it is making a little bit of a weird noise. But we're going to go. Don't go anywhere, guys. I mean, actually, no, we're not even going to. We're just going to play the music.
Is it better now?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Guys. Geek news and rumors. Now that we've talked about The Mandalorian for easily an hour straight, Wonder Woman underwhelmed on opening weekend. China,
really?
Yeah, it's not doing well, man. It's not making the money that they expected.
After all that, it's still bad.
No, not that the movie's bad.
Yeah, exactly. It's not that the movie's bad. There's a pandemic, and the fact that
coronavirus
yeah, the fact that HBO and Warner are still even trying to release this movie in theaters in any market seems crazy redundant. It's like, did you not learn with Tenet the first time that this shit was not going to work? Guys, it's not going to work. You're not going to be able to do it. I don't get why they're even doing this.
I'm surprised they didn't change the title of the movie.
Oh, interesting. What do you mean?
Wonder Woman 84 is a dumb title.
I agree 110%.
You know what?
110%.
Dumb title.
When they first announced that title, you know, I thought it was like the code. You know, they had the code names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought, you know, they decided to keep Wonder Woman, and it takes place in '84. So until we find a better title, and it's stuck. I don't know why.
Yeah.
They got lazy in 1984. What are you doing?
Wonder Woman 1996. That's the next one.
How do we make the second movie a timepiece too? Well, we'll just name the year.
Exactly.
You know what's messed up though? Isn't that what they wanted to do with that's what they did with the X-Men, right? The first one's the 60s, the next one's 70s,
Yeah, but
one's 78.
No, they didn't say X-Men the 60s edition.
No, X-Men 80s, X-Men 89. Because in true DC fashion, in DC fashion though, they're copying Marvel again, or in some form. Is that at least what it feels like? Because like, why are you telling the story set in the 80s? I don't really care about the 80s.
They're trying to bring her because they started in the past, and I could only assume it's because it might be a building block to something that maybe initially they were going to try and build something for like the current canon. That's something like the first movie was to establish that she's from the past, and maybe this movie is going to be something that establishes something for the current present.
Yeah,
that's
but it's still a thing.
Yeah, like, am I supposed to believe that in the current Justice League she had a muted fucking like dark red and blue costume, but in 1980 she went for the brighter look just because it was the 80s? The fuck, like, stop it.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to believe
what's his name comes back to life?
Her invisible jet? Like, what do you mean? Come on.
I just want the invisible jet.
It is.
Why would you want the invisible jet? Why would you want one of the? All due respect to Wonder Woman, one of the stupidest things ever. She is sitting there. It's a girl sitting and flying around.
They're gonna make it look better. They're gonna make it look better.
Dave, I don't want. Yeah, it's going to be stealth technology, and she's going to be invisible in the jet. We're not doing Super Friends. Come on, are you fucking crazy?
Everything that they do with her looks like that.
I kind of.
I was not speaking about. I don't want Super Friends. I can say that. I very much want them to do a stealth technology like jet. That's what I wanted to see.
No, I for sure.
I'm excited. And then we already talked about Mando for like way too long, and then His Dark Materials renewed for a third and final season by HBO and BBC. I don't know if you guys have been watching the show, but the last season, the latest season has been pretty solid. I like it. I gotta say, I like it a lot because it's their. Oh yeah, really? Okay.
Yeah,
you don't find it interesting?
Season one. I don't know. I didn't know what to think of it. It just didn't hit for me. It looks good, visually and stylistically, but the dialogue and the plot didn't do it for me, man.
Interesting. I think that they're trying to build up to something way bigger. It sounds like they're trying to build up to essentially a war between the different worlds, and I think that's going to be super interesting once they flesh it out. But I could see why on the way to that it feels a little bit slow, which
it does feel super slow. Some of those side storylines didn't seem like they made sense. Anyway.
Oh, interesting. Okay. That's pretty much all I had for Geek News. I don't know if you guys saw anything major that you want to talk about or anything that's going on, but as we roll to the holiday season, you can tell things are pretty quiet.
Well, HBO
in the industry, I think that is.
I was going to say HBO.
Sorry, you cut out. What'd you say?
I was saying HBO did make a bunch of announcements of a bunch of old stuff going, a bunch of DC stuff going on their HBO Max.
Oh yeah,
including.
You know what's funny about that? that's all the stuff from their DC universe. They're just moving that stuff over.
Yeah.
The DC, because Wonder Woman, Shazam, all those shows were on DC Universe. I find it weird, like, oh, by the way, guys, this Wonder Woman series is now on HBO Max. It's like, guys, it's been on your other streaming platform this whole time. What are you talking about?
Because they haven't promoted that because that's shit.
Say what? Sorry, what? I didn't hear the last part.
They're doing that because the other one's a sinking ship and no one's paying attention to it, so they have to.
Oh yeah, I think. Isn't the other one dead?
For you, it's not.
Is the other one not dead? I thought it was. I thought they were like done. They weren't even. I thought they were going to try and turn it into like Marvel Universe, because Marvel Universe still has the comic books, and I thought DC was going to try and do the same thing with their DC Online or whatever. Oh, one last thing that I did see that sounded interesting. Taika Waititi and Sterling Harjo are making a Native American comedy on FX called Reservation Dogs. It's like a play on Reservoir Dogs. Okay, and it's about the thing that I thought was funny. It's about kids who are thieves but also help people. So I don't know. I don't know if it's supposed to be a Robin Hood type story where they steal from the rich and give to the poor, or if they're just thieves and at the same time they like to help people. But we'll see.
Oliver's Twisted Hood.
Oh, okay. Is that what they're saying?
No, that's what I'm saying. Oliver Twisted.
Gotcha. And then I think the last thing I can't find the article for this, but I did read about it at some point this week. Our boy Giancarlo Esposito has said that he is interested in doing a Gus Fring prequel series if that was an option.
So damn.
That would be dope.
That's cool.
That would be dope. Yeah.
That's cool. What'd you guys think about Haley Steinfeld taking over that Hawkeye role? I don't know if you talked about it before.
Oh, we did talk about it a bit last week. I mean, we'll see what she does with it.
It's a little rude.
I thought it was weird that they pretended she wasn't cast in it. Like they didn't announce her until
that was the same with She-Hulk.
Oh, I'm mad.
Tatiana said,
yeah. She full on lied. There's a difference between knowing. Yeah, she said in an interview she lied and said in an interview that was a press release that got out of hand, and then she got announced as in the role, and it's just like, dude, you need better press management. Like, I don't know who you work with, but someone needs to teach you better, because that's not how you go about these things. So whatever, we'll see.
What is he supposed to say? Oh yeah, for sure, I got the job before. No, I'm gonna be like
tongue-in-cheek stuff, man. Jamie Foxx got asked if he's in the new Spider-Man movie, and he was just like, if I am in the new Spider-Man movie, I'd be excited. She could have just said, I would love that opportunity. That's all. All she had to say was, instead of saying, I don't have the role, it was a press release that got out of hand. Those are
why say that? You know, like,
was she
I'm well aware of the role, and if anything comes out of it and Marvel wants me for the role, then so be it. Something along those lines.
Yeah. Is she a TV person, or has she been in movies before?
No, she's been in TV. She was on Orphan Black. She was a star of a show. She's done stuff.
Yeah, but like, we're talking Disney
TV show.
No, but she has media training. You're saying like, oh, she's never been in this kind of spotlight. She has media training.
On one of the biggest shows.
We can't assume that she has media training. She probably has
media training. She's a star of a show. You don't get to be the star of a show for multiple seasons without any media training. They make you do press junkets and stuff.
I've listened to her on podcasts. She seems like someone who knows what she's doing. The problem was how she approached this that didn't make sense.
Yeah.
It just didn't make sense.
Everyone who likes her as an actress has told me, give her a chance. She probably just didn't know what she's saying. So, Skinny, I get what you're saying. I just think that in the world, if you've been an actress in Hollywood for this many years and you get asked a question by a journalist, you got to do some ducking and weaving a little better than outright just lying to the person. And then that becomes news. And then everyone is reporting, oh, we've been misinformed, only to be reinformed on Investor Day and be like, okay, so this girl just outright lied to us. That's my thing.
I'm going to be a dickhead and say she probably didn't even know she got it.
Possible.
God, I'll be a dickhead if she found out like a week later. It was like, oh fuck, I lied to that dude. Like, damn. like I don't know.
That'd be crazy, but it's not impossible.
There's another rumor that Fennec Shand will be in the Bad Batch as well.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. Yeah. That'd be some fun crossover. That's the whole show, guys. This has been a long one, but it makes sense. It's the last one of the year. I think we're going to mention again. Oh, well, we didn't mention it live on this show. We're going to start back January 13th, Wednesday, January 13th. So you guys, we'll probably have some clips up or something for the next few weeks. But you guys, it's been fun. Another wild year. Anything you guys want to say, pass on to the fans as we sign off 2020?
Let's close the door on this crazy year.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about 2021 brings less tears.
That was good.
I'm just going to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to y'all. And I completely agree with Mike K's last comment, which I would like to share. If Brian could click and share that.
Obi is going.
I'm already on a dark side. I'm already on a dark side.
Hilarious. Guys, yeah, go ahead, hit Skinny.
2020 sucked. Y'all be nice to everybody in 2021. Let's pray that the acid fog doesn't come.
Oh, jeez.
And, just keep fit, have fun, get your weapons up because you might need them.
Oh, Lord.
Damn. We should change your name to Ben Grimm because you've been grim, bro.
Lord. My message.
It's true, though. It's true. I agree. It's been a crazy. I don't even know what to think sometimes.
Going into 2021, I would say, if anything, keep expectations low and realistic. I think that's fair. Hold on. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying keep expectations low and within reason, and be pleasantly surprised if things get way, way better instead of having.
You're gonna say way, way worse.
I mean, 2021 looks like it. It could be an interesting adventure, a wild year, but we'll see what it has to give. And I think if anything, we can retire this one because 2020 was the year we shat on Dan Harmon. So one last time, fuck you, Dan Harmon. As we sign off, and say goodbye, we say it with our fingers up, aimed at you, Mr. Harmon.
Dan Harmon.
Also, we'll be back to let you know if Europe turned into a bunch of zombies with that 28 days later.
Long, yeah. We'll talk about that.
Oh my God. Happy holidays, people.
Happy holidays, y'all.
Jingle them bells.
Jingle that jangle.
What a wild episode.
Oh my God, that's great.